All right, let's continue with the word of the Most High. Look at go back to First Corinthians 10:4. It says, "And did all drink the same spiritual drink? For they drank of that spiritual rock, that followed them, and that rock was Mashiach," right? So let's go to because we showed it said he was speaking to him, saying, "Here's water." So that's not Moses or Aaron speaking to themselves. That's somebody speaking for the Most High. Now, don't forget, which most people do forget, in Exodus 3:2, go there. Exodus 3:2, "And the angel of the Most High appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of the bush," right? So, when you understand Psalms 104 and 4, Psalms 104 and 4, "Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire." So the angels are flaming fire. What is this fire? Jeremiah 23. Jeremiah 23 and 29. Jeremiah 23 and 29. "Is not my word like as a fire?" He said, "Is not his word like as a fire? Said the Most High." So his word is like fire. Flaming fire. The angels bringing forth the word of the Most High is like a flaming fire. So the angels are bringing forth the word of the Most High, or the words of the Most High, or the spirit of the Most High, making his angels spirits, making his spirits angels. So we can say either. So Jeremiah 23:29 says, "Is not my word like as a fire, said the Most High, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces," right? So when you're looking at Psalms 104 and 4 again, "Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire," right? So keep that in mind. So we know that the angel of the Most High is who's dealing with Moses. And he's dealing with the Most High also, because you got to bring the word of the Most High. So this is what it says. Go to Exodus. We already went to Exodus 3:2, says, "An angel of the Most High," right, came to Moses as flaming fire, bringing the word of the Most High, speaking for the Most High. Okay? So Exodus 13 and start at verse 20. "And they took their journey from Succoth and encamped in Etham in the edge of the wilderness." In the wilderness. "And the Most High went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way," right? So, it's letting you know the Most High is involved with everything. He sees everything and he's involved with everything. So it says the Most High went before them. It says right here to say Lord, but that's an invention of the Edomites. They invented the word Lord and God. So it says in the Hebrew, Elohim, the powers. So it says, "And the Elohim went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, to go by day and night." These are the chariots of the Most High. Go back to Psalms 104 and 3. Psalms 104 and 3. who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot. See, a vehicle, like they call flying saucers, UFOs, unidentified flying objects. We call them IFOs, identified flying objects, who walketh upon the wings of the wind, right? So when you understand, that's why I say you get to understand through the precepts. And the precepts defines themselves. They let you know who's in these clouds, who's in these chariots, who's in these vehicles. It's beautiful. Psalm 68 and 17. The chariots of the Most High, we just read about in Psalms 104 and 3. Which are the flying saucers, the IFOs, identified flying objects that we know about as Israelites and still know about. The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Most High is among them, see? The Elohim is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place, right? So, going back to Exodus 17 and 21, and the Most High, or the Elohim, the powers, Most High and the angel of the Most High, went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud. Because remember, we hear because it said, and that spiritual rock was the Mashiach, right? And the Most High went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud. In the daytime is a cloud to lead them the way, show us the way to go. And when it stopped, we stop and put our tents there. And by night, it's a pillar of fire. By night, we gonna move at night, a pillar of fire. Chariot of the Most High, the angels of the Most High, the angel of the Most High, right? To give them light, to go by day and night. And he took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people, right? Look at Exodus 14 and 19. Listen what it say. And the angel of the Most High, which went before the camp of Israel. See? We seen that before? Didn't we see that in Exodus 3 and 2? And the angel of the Most High, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them in the pillar of the cloud, that chariot, that flying saucer, that vehicle that the angels fly in, went from before their face and stood behind them. This is when we crossed the Red Sea. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. And it was a cloud and darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all the night. See? So that you know, it said the Most High, but now it's letting you know that the angel of the Most High. That's who it was. Still operating under the Most High's orders, as it is written. See? As it is written. So when you look at going back to 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter, in the 4th verse, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock, that angel of the Most High, the Spirit of the Most High that followed them, and that rock was Mashiach. but not as a Mashiach as we know in the flesh, but as the angel of the Most High, the first creation of the Most High, the beginning of the creation of the Most High. Verse 5. But with many of them, the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua, the angel of the Most High, was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. Remember, he killed. Remember, he just told us that only Joshua and Caleb going to go into that's the adults going into the promised land, and their little children. Now, these things were our examples, to the intent we should not lust after evil things unto this day. We're supposed to be lusting after evil things. We're supposed to know what's righteous and follow what's righteous, as they also lusted. Remember, he killed all of them. So now we got to we got to go to the wilderness. We got to get out of here. We got to be able to be righteous enough to make it to the kingdom. Or it's going to be just like it was then. Most High told us, the last thing he told John the Baptist, I can raise up some stones to be my people. His ways and thoughts are not our ways and thoughts. It could be something like Moses. Come on, y'all understand. Y'all understand. You gotta understand, he told Moses he can't make it. He seen it, showed it to him. Showed him all the lands that we're going to get. Took him up to the high mountain, said, over there, that's going to be Naphtali, that's going to be Issachar, that's going to be Judah, that's going to be Gad, all the 12 tribes' land. He showed it to him and said, you can't go. And y'all ain't understand. You better understand. This is how the Most High felt about Moses. Look, go to Numbers, the 12th chapter. Verse 1, we'll start, I'll go through the whole story. And Miriam, who is Moses' older sister, and Aaron, his brother, this is sister and brother, Miriam and Aaron, spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. Talking about him concerning him marrying her. And they said, have the Most High indeed spoken only by Moses? This was important. Say, the Most High only dealing with Moses? Hath he not spoken also by us? That sounds just like us. Who he think he is? Most High dealing with us too. I got just as much power as you do. Don't that sound like us? You ain't nobody. We just as important as you. Let's find out. And they said, have to Moses, because people be trying to use this analysis of Moses marrying this Ethiopian woman, especially in religions, to bring some blackness in. The fact that Moses was a white man, I guess, so-called white man, I guess, and he married a black woman. Ignorant. Moses is black. If you want to say black, he dark-skinned just like the Ethiopian woman that he married. They try and say, use this, but they missed the point of going to verse 2 on down. And they said, hath the Most High indeed spoken only by Moses? Had he not spoken also by us? And the Most High heard it. Now the man Moses was very meek, very humble, above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. Hear that? Moses was very meek, above all men that was upon the face of the earth. Very humble. And the Most High spake suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron and unto Miriam. Come out, ye three, to the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. We looking at how the Most High felt about Moses. And he didn't make it to the promised land. And the Most High came down in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam. And they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Most High, will make myself known unto him in a vision. Hear that? In a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. That's why you read, get Job 33 and 14. That's how the Most High speak to most men. Job 33 and 14. For the Most High speaketh once, yea twice, yet man perceive it not. That's why a lot of times you see the Most High repeating himself over and over again. Because he speak once, twice, man perceives it not. So you got to speak it over and over again. Or he'll speak it this way. in a dream, just like we just read, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumbers upon the bed, when you fall asleep. Then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction. When you sleep, the Most High seal your instructions, and give you a commandment in order, instructions of what you're going to do. That he may withdraw man from his purpose, what you want to do, and hide pride from man. See? So that's how the Most High said he speak to most men, but not Moses. Verse 7, my servant Moses is not so. He ain't speaking to him in no vision or no dream. Who is faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. No parables to Moses, straight up. And the similitude of the Most High shall he behold. Mashiach Yahushua, the angel of the Most High. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? Talking to Miriam and Aaron. That's how the Most High felt about Moses. And the anger of the Most High was kindled against them, and he departed. Wasn't for no Ethiopian woman. The fact that, hey, you talking against Moses, my servant. And you saying that I'm dealing with the Most High just as much as Moses is. That's what he said. He ain't hear about no Ethiopian woman. He said, hey, he told him, hey, if there be a prophet among you, I, the Most High, will make myself known unto him in a vision, or will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so, who was faithful in all mine house. But he was meeker than any man on the earth. Moses. With him will I speak mouth to mouth. Mouth to mouth. Even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Most High shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Most High was kindled against them, and he departed. He got angry and departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. That same cloud was the chariot of the Most High that we read about in Psalms 104 and 3. And behold, Miriam became leprous. Uh-oh. How does it look to be leprous? White as snow. White as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. She done turned white, like the palm of your hand, like the bottom of your feet. And Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my master, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let us not be as one dead. Hear that? So to be so-called white, as snow, said, hey, let us not be as one dead, he said, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto the Most High. Don't try the Most High ever had pity. We cried unto him. Remember, Moses was humble, so he could do it. And Moses cried unto the Most High, saying, heal her now, O Most High, I beseech thee. Moses, listen what the Most High said. The Most High said unto Moses, if her father had but spit in her face, that's awesome. Man, can you imagine your own father spitting in your face? Should she not be shamed 7 days? Let her be shut out of the camp 7 days. And after that, let her be received in again. So she had to remain white 7 days. And Miriam was shut out of the camp 7 days. And the people journeyed not till Miriam was brought in again. Till she was made to look like she looked. Before the Most High turned her white. Got her melanin back. Look, let me show you that. Moses color. Go to Exodus 4 and 6. It's the color of Moses. Color's in the Bible. Look. And the Most High said, furthermore unto him, put now thine hand into thy bosom. Moses was like, they ain't gonna listen to me. You choosing me. I stutter. I can't even speak right. Listen, Moses said, and Moses said it furthermore to him, put now thine hand into thy bosom. So he told him, put his hand in his bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. That's white, so-called white. Leprous as snow. He turned white. His hand turned white. So what significance is it if he was already a so-called white man to put his hand in his bosom and to come out look at the same color as it was? No, he was a very dark-skinned man. And he said, put thine hand into thy bosom again. So he put his hand back in his bosom after it turned white. And he put his hand into his bosom again and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. You know what your flesh is? Pinch yourself. It was dark. That's his flesh right here. As his other flesh. So Moses was a dark-skinned man. Miriam his sister was sane. What's significant is if the Most High gonna, get angry and turn her to be as she was already, a so-called white woman? No. Yeah, Moses could have lived with the Pharaoh. The Egyptians are black people, so-called black people, dark people in those days. So it's very important that we see this. Let's look at Baruch, the book of Baruch, the 6th chapter. We're going to look at verse 60. Baruch 6 and 60. For sun, moon, and stars, being bright and sent to do their offices, are obedient. Hear that? The sun, the moon, and the stars, being bright, are sent to do their offices, are obedient. They're going to shine bright and sing praises to the Most High. They're obedient. In like manner, the lightning, when it breaketh forth, is easy to be seen. Lightning, we see lightning, that light, it's easy to be seen. And after the same manner, the wind bloweth in every country. The wind blowing, you can feel the wind. And when the Most High commanded the clouds to go over the whole world, they do as they are bidden. This is real. I seen, just being in the plane and looking out the window, and you see clouds, man. Some clouds be moving like that. You see clouds like they be moving like they going to do something. Put some action in, some work in. That's why it says, Most High commanded the clouds to go over the whole world. They do as they are bidden. And the fire sent from above to consume hills and woods doeth as it is commanded. That fire, those are spirits. But these are like unto them, neither in show nor power. Wherefore it is neither to be supposed nor said that they are gods. So ain't supposed to be saying that they're gods. Saying they are all able neither to judge causes nor to do good unto men. That's why he said, learn not the way of the heathen. For the heathen are just made, and look down upon the stars and the sky and the sun and the moon. For the heathen are just made at them. Knowing therefore that they are no gods, fear them not. Let's read verse 64. Wherefore it is neither to be supposed nor said that they are gods, seeing they are able neither to judge causes nor to do good unto men. Knowing therefore that they are no gods, fear them not. Don't be fearing them. For they can neither curse nor bless kings. Neither can they show signs in the heavens among the heathen, nor shine as the sun, nor give light as the moon. The beasts are better than they. You say the beasts are better than they. For they can get under a cover and help themselves. It is then by no means manifest unto us that they are gods. Therefore fear them not. You got to tell us that, because even during the time of, you look at Christmas, Nimrod He was with his mother, got with his mother, had a son named Tammuz. Nimrod died. And his mother, Semiramis, which most people are following Semiramis and Nimrod, either or, mostly all these religions, said that Nimrod's spirit is in this evergreen tree, which they celebrate on his birthday on Christmas. Esau's 12th month, the 25th day. And if you don't bring gifts to put under this tree, that Nimrod's spirit gonna come and devour you. That's why he said, neither can they show signs in the heavens among the heathen, nor shine as the sun, nor give light as the moon. For the beasts are better than they. For they can get under a covert and help themselves. A beast got enough sense to get under somewhere, to hide themselves, to help themselves. It is then by no means manifest unto us that they are gods. Therefore fear them not, he's saying. Go to Jeremiah 10 and 2. I done called it enough. Jeremiah 10 and 2. Jeremiah 10 and 2. Thus said the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen. See, we read in Psalms 106:35, where mingle among the heathen and learn their works. It was a trap for us. He said, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. Signs of heaven. The sun, the moon, the stars, what we just read about. For the heathen are dismayed at them. They set them up as being gods. The sun, you see the sun everywhere. It's a god. It was a god. Representing Nimrod. The crescent moon representing Semiramis. The moon goddess. Coming in when? The spring equinox. Semiramis coming in from Nimrod. Taking over from Nimrod. Her son. Birthday when? On the 25th of Esau's 12th month. And the 21st of Esau's 12th month brings in the winter solstice. They put it on Esau the 21st, but Nimrod's birthday is on the 25th. That's what you celebrate. A sacrifice of people. All these holidays is what they're doing. So he said, don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven. And you keep reading this, you're going to start talking about the Christmas tree that everybody bringing in home that was considered an idol of the heathen until this day, because people still doing it. They still following it. That's your religion. I do what I want to do. Yeah, you're going to be thrown right in the lake of fire for doing what you want to do. Ain't no more captivity for Israel. You're either going to be right or you're going to be wrong. This is it. Oh, I'll get it. I'll come. No. Y'all got to get off that all Israel going to be saved crap. That's not true. Blasphemy of the Holy Spirit is unforgivable in this life and the life to come. Mashiach Shai told us that. And Paul wouldn't be talking about, he prayed that some of Israel might be saved. Why he praying that some of Israel be saved? It did come back and say all Israel shall be saved. Every last Israelite going to be saved. No. 2/3 of our people are going to be put to death. And everybody not coming back to the righteous that's the Most High have to be able to make it to the kingdom. Most High will it be most of us that's living today. But we don't know. Say, dare not make thyself one of the number. We don't know. Because we got to come out of following the way of traditions of men. I know that. There ain't no man going to save us. Look at Isaiah 60th chapter. Understand this, overstand this. This is no man talking about he come this day, that day, wherever. Come to the land of Israel or anywhere. Isaiah 60 and 21. Thy people in the kingdom also shall be all righteous, following the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, his rules and regulations. They shall inherit the land forever. Going to inherit the land forever. Listen, the branch of my planting. the branch of the Most High's planting, not no man. Because he told you in Deuteronomy 28 and 29, no man shall save thee. He said the branch of my planting. This is what the Most High going to do. Not no man. Listen, the work of my hands. Not no man. That I may be glorified. Uh-oh. That he may be glorified. Understand this. Overstand this. It's beautiful. Let me see. First Ezra. Go to First Ezra, the 5th chapter. And we're going to look at verse 51, 52. Also they held the Feast of Tabernacles, as it is commanded in the law, and offered sacrifices daily, as was meet, as was right. And after that, the continual oblations and the sacrifice of the Sabbaths and of the new moons. See, there it is. And of the new moons, every first day of the month, our month, on the new moon. And of all holy feasts. See, you should be knowing this. Read it again. Also they held the Feast of Tabernacles, as it is commanded in the law, and offered sacrifices daily, as was meet. And after that, the continual oblations and the sacrifice of the Sabbaths and of the new moons and of all holy feasts. See? So we done. We followed the new moon. 2nd Ezra, the 1st chapter, 1st verse, and the 31st verse. When ye offer unto me, I will turn my face from you. For your solemn feast days, your new moons, there it is, and your circumcisions have I forsaken. Because we went astray. But you see, the new moons is right there. Go back to Baruch, the 6th chapter, and verse 67. It says, neither can they show signs in the heavens, among the heavens, above the heathen, nor shine as the sun, nor give light as the moon. Talking about these idols. Why I said, Most I said, go to Exodus 20. Exodus 20. This is the 10 Commandments. That's what he told us. Exodus 20. And start at verse 2. I am the Most High thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So Egypt means bondage, slavery, captivity. Thou shalt have no other gods or other idols before me. Right? Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. This is what the churches read. They read this verse. They don't continue to read. That's why a lot of you still have that same type of Christian type of mindset or religious type of mindset. They read this. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Some type of image or some type of drawing or some type of image, whatever it is, right? This is what you got to understand. Verse 5, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. See, people are bowing down. They see something and they bowing down and doing what? Nor serve them, to serve them, worship them. For I, the Most High thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me. So when you do this, you show that you hate the Most High. Across anything, no matter what it is, you bowing down before it, you hate the Most High. You putting that up as the Most High. And I see the Pope go down steps and go to a little bitty cross and start praying before that cross. So what do you think people that's in the Catholic religion going to do? They're going to follow the same suit as they see him do. They're going to get them a little cross. They're going to go before that cross and start praying to that cross. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Anything. Ain't nothing tangible, because the Most High is a spirit. St. John 4:24. The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him how? In spirit and in truth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Most High, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. That shows you that you hate him. By bowing down to anything. Ain't nothing you can see in your mind of the Most High. He say, heaven is my throne, earth is my footstool. What you going? What image you gonna make of the Most High? There's none. And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me. You only show that you love him and keep my commandments. That you keep his commandments. That's the only way you show you love the Most High. Other than that, you hate him. So all you out there saying you ain't under his law, you hate the Most High. As it is written. He said, and showing mercy, which is not getting something you do deserve, unto thousands of them that love me, and do what? And keep my commandments. There it is. So, his rules and regulations. That's all I can tell you. Follow his rules and regulations, you can be okay. If not, then you'll be subject to hellfire. So it's very important that we look at this as a time of rejoicing and happiness, going back to 1 Corinthians 10. And don't be as our forefathers were in the wilderness. Remember, we got to go through going up on the chains, being delivered ourselves through the judgment seat of a Mashiach Yahushua. The Most High has given him all the power to judge, but he's going to judge according to the Most High. First Corinthians 10:5. So he said that rock, that spiritual rock that followed us, that we seen in the cloud by day and fiery chariot by night, was the Mashiach. Only the angel of the Most High. But with many of them, verse 5 of 1 Corinthians 10th chapter, but with many of them, the Most High was not well pleased, neither Mashiach Yahushua or Elohim. For they were overthrown in the wilderness, killed 600,000 men, all the women, all the grown women, and left the little children and Joshua and Caleb of the adults. That's it. Now these things were our examples. They were examples for us. To the intent we should not lust after evil things. You hear that? As they also lusted. Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them. See, what we just read about. Thou shalt not bow down to anything. You can't see the Most High. He's a spirit. Let's look. Go to Colossians. First chapter. Colossians, the first chapter. You see, Colossians, the first chapter, verse 15. This is Mashiach Yahushua, who is the image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every creature. But you see, the Most High is an invisible power. You cannot see him. Invisible power. Who is the image of the invisible power? You see that? So, going back to 1 Corinthians 10. Verse 6, now these things were our examples, to the intent we should not lust after evil things as they also lusted. Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them, as it is written. The people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. Remember, Moses went up to get the 10 Commandments, came down, they done made a golden calf. Saying this is who brought us out of Egypt. Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed and fell in one day, 320,000. He killed 23,000. Neither let us tempt Mashiach. Where we at? In the wilderness. So you got to take your mind back to the wilderness. Neither let us tempt Mashiach, but he's the angel of the Most High, as some of them also tempted and were destroyed of serpents. See that? Neither let us tempt the Mashiach, as some of them also tempted and were destroyed of serpents. Poisonous snakes was killing them. Neither murmur ye, as some of them also murmured and were destroyed of the destroyer. So Mashiach is the destroyer. So you think he can't come back and judge and make war? You better understand. Now, all these things happen unto them for examples, and they are written for our admonition today, upon whom the ends of the world are come. That's us. Wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. You got to stand for this truth, or you're going to fall into the lake of fire, where the worms never die and the fire's never quenched. Got a choice to choose life or death. Ain't no in between. A lot of you are almost dead right now, in a dead state of mind, because it don't matter to you. But when you call on the Most High, he going to laugh and mock you. That's what he's telling you. He say he going to laugh and mock you when you seek him and you don't fear him. You ain't trying to learn this truth. Studying to show yourself approved to the Most High, but you got everything else you're doing. But when it comes down to him, he's the last thing on your agenda. That's why if you claim to love him, you better be trying to find your way to him. Go to Exodus 34 and 14. And I only have to only go here a lot because everybody think that the Most High is somebody that you have created in your own mind and don't really know him. Don't really know him according to this Bible. You just want him to be the way you want him to be. This is what it says, Exodus 34 and 14. For thou shalt worship no other God. And a lot of you worshiping Nimrod and Semiramis and Tammuz. That's your Trinity. That's your Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Whatever you said, how they put in the Bible, that was inserted into the Bible. You've been baptized in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. That was inserted into the Bible. You never see where they did that. Never. Show me where they did that. Paul, Peter, Mark, John, and Luke, any of them. Where they baptized in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. I challenge you in that. You'll never find it. Because they asserted that for their Trinity doctrine. This is what the Most High said though. Exodus 34:14. For thou shalt worship no other God, no other power, no other entity, no other idol. For the Most High, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power. You hear that? His name is jealous. You ever been jealous of something? His name is jealous. That's the ultimate jealous. If you make him jealous, whoo, you don't want to make him jealous. You get on his wrong